We are back. It is the Nerds That Know, and we are full staffed up tonight. You have me, Duchess Bobby, the maniac next to me, Goldagoon, my favorite little brother, Tank, uh, Uncle Goon, aka King Goon, and God only knows how much vodka has been consumed, our favorite dipshit MJ.
Is that, is that a Furby?
No, it's a Hatchimal. It's even worse.
It's the new version of a Furby.
It's even worse.
Why is there buzzing? Tank, is that you? Did you need to move your phone?
No, my phone's over
I
here
don't.
somewhere.
I don't hear it.
Okay.
It might just be because my laptop's not settled on the surface.
Maybe.
We are still adjusting to the new office setup that we have turned our dining room into. All right. So we have much to discuss. We have been at Meow Wolf a lot this month. Thanks to Dipshit and Goldgoon, we helped celebrate the 2-year Convergiversary. Make sure to go out to all of our various socials and check out the videos, photos, and such that we have posted.
Oh, sorry, it's loud. I'm just trying to. I thought I turned it off,
Okay. Just close the screen, my sweet.
but it doesn't. Okay, sorry.
The name says it all.
We also did Nandasucon and Colorado Springs Comic Con. We've just been very busy going all the places, doing all the things. Next month, we'll be doing Mile High Con. And then in November, the plan is to be at the All Seas Expo over Veterans Day weekend. That is also the weekend of our niece's 16th birthday. So
Maybe.
we'll see what happens. Okay, now jumping into the agenda after all of that. I spend too much time. Sorry. I spend too much time on my work computer that goes through everything. Okay, I just need to lower that right now because it's making me giggle. Anyways, so the first thing we're going to talk about is, because we're getting into spooky season, there is a list of the best horror movies ever made according to Reddit.
This ought to be good. I'm going into this blind.
Yeah, the experts. The Reddit experts.
So I personally am on Reddit too much as well. So let's see what Reddit has to say. So my 3 questions for every one of these movies. Have you heard of it or seen it? Should it be on the list? And if it shouldn't be on the list, what should replace it? Okay, the first movie listed, The Babadook. According to Far Out Magazine, this was inspired by a true story, although the real events not nearly as terrifying as the plot of the film.
Dipshit has something to say.
Yes.
One
dear.
time, my coworker tried to dress up as the Babadook for Halloween, but he didn't have a top hat, so he wore like one of those Russian like fur caps. So I called him the Babushka Duke. That's the only thing I know about that fucking movie. Thank you.
Isn't the Babadook a Korean film?
I don't know.
Marmaduke, a big fucking.
That's
Yes,
a dog.
Marmaduke is a big fucking dog. That
That's
is
what
not
I
what
thought.
you said.
I've never heard of the Babadook.
It's also not Baba Ganoush. So I don't know.
Isn't that a character on the Howard Stern show?
No, that's
It
Baba
says,
Booey.
Jennifer Kent's feature-length debut based on a
It's also
short
not a
film.
children's song.
I've never heard of it.
It's Australian. Yeah, I've never heard of it.
All right.
I've heard of it.
No,
I've
no
never
idea.
seen it.
All right.
No idea.
Um,
Before we start swapping and pulling films out to replace stuff, how many are on the list?
20.
20. Okay, so we've got a pretty big pool to pull from. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, next one. The Empty Man.
What the fuck is the Empty Man?
Never heard of it.
Originally
Never
a
seen
comic
it.
book series, released over Halloween in 2020.
Watch Dark Man instead.
Watch The Invisible Man. Jesus.
Or The Invisible Man. That works
The
too.
original.
Swamp Thing.
Okay.
Well,
Uh,
Well, I don't know.
that's not a horror movie.
I don't know. It could be.
all right. Silent Hill.
That should be
that's a
on
good
there.
one.
Yeah,
That
that's-
movie fucking sucks. Give me the
Yeah.
game though. Replace the movie with Silent Hill 2, the game. Thank you.
I'm with you. The
game's
movie
better.
itself was terrible, but the source material is really good, so it's hard to deny that one.
Give me that Silent Hill.
The
2
creepy
action.
setting was pretty cool for the movie.
Yeah,
I
it
want
was poorly
creepy rape room though.
True.
Jesus, Michaela.
And we just
That-
named the episode.
That's a room in the fucking in Silent Hill. It's a
Can we not
creepy rape
name
room.
the episode "Creepy Rape Room"?
I want
We
creepy.
call it Pyramids Playhouse. That's what we'll call it.
Pyramids play. That's
Blah blah blah.
that's awful.
Okay. Next one. Because we're just gonna move right the fuck past that.
Charge.
The Descent.
That's a good one. I
Yeah,
like
that's a good
that
one.
movie.
Yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah, that's a good horror movie.
You missed one.
No, I accidentally bolded something that didn't need to be bolded.
Oh, okay.
The Strangers is the next one.
That's pretty strange to me. Don't even know what it is.
All right.
The horror film of
Michaela.
the 2000s.
Are you holding on for dear life, or do you have something to say?
No, sorry. I just putting my
house is on
arms
the
up to
run.
He has,
stretch.
he has
Oh,
oh,
shit.
shit handle for this
Oh,
podcast.
I have heard of this movie. This one's okay. I'm not sure if
Okay.
I put it in the top 20. Is it me, or does this seem like there's a lot of recency bias going on here?
It's Reddit, so yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
a lot of snooty bullshit.
Okay,
That's
here we go.
what it sounds like.
The 1996 Scream.
I mean, icon
that's a
defining,
classic.
and yeah, that's that. I would just put all of the Scream movies in one category and just say, yeah, like all of every horror franchise should be on here, and yeah, Psycho Killer, what is it, Ghost Man or whatever, should be on there.
Ghostface, yeah.
I feel like if it's good enough to have its own like parody movie about it, then it should probably be on the list.
And now all I'm seeing is that fucking Ghostface mask, but the "was up" look.
But yeah, that's a classic. That's a good one.
Scary movie's so good.
Okay. The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
get it.
Spooky until everyone copied it.
I get it.
Well, yeah, but it's a great movie.
Yeah.
The first
It's
time
a
you
great
watch
movie once.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
that's
a
the
great
point, right?
movie once, and because it inspired like the whole generation of found footage like style.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
it
Marble
was-
Hornets wouldn't exist without Blair Witch.
Right. Well, and a lot of stuff, like you could, anything that they did, there was an influence there, and just the fact that you can make a movie with that kind of budget and put it on the big screen, and you just bill it like it was,
Yeah.
and
the
then
marketing
just
behind it was
let-
genius.
yeah, the marketing was genius, and then just let the whatever it's called, the waiting for something to happen when it's going to happen. You're like, oh shit.
Anticipation.
Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
The anticipation was like, that was the genius of that movie. It was all anticipation.
Yeah. Paranormal.
I just remember when that
Activity is
ended,
awesome.
I was just like, that was it.
Right.
I
Uh,
was scared to death for no reason.
the 1977 movie Surpriseria.
What?
It's Suspiria, and yes, it absolutely needs to be on this
Whatever.
list. Absolutely needs to be on this list. If you have not seen
Surpriseria.
Surpriseria, awesome. It's an
Here,
Italian
name
film.
the show that.
That's spontaneous.
Sus Pizzeria. It's your
Yeah.
fucking pizza
Pizzeria
shop.
room.
It is as gory a movie as you'll ever see. That movie is fantastic.
So wait, it's
Suspiria.
okay.
Suspiria.
I was
Actually, that makes
hoping
sense.
this was going to be on the list because that movie's great.
Yeah, but it looks like it was remade in 2018. But according to Reddit, the original is way better and the remake sucks ass.
Yeah, the originals. That's must watch.
Must watch.
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen or heard of Suspiria.
All right. The 2012 movie Sinister.
Yeah, I guess.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's okay. It's not like okay, that's fine. It is whatever. It's fine. It's on
Not
there.
top 20, but it's okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I wouldn't put it on there.
The Witch.
The
The most recent one?
Yeah.
you missed one again.
Will you stop? I'm gonna smack your face.
I'm not gonna read ahead of the notes anymore. The
So-
Witch.
It's all right.
What
Once
movie?
again, that's a recency bias thing.
Yeah. It's a recent one.
Yeah, I see. That.
It says takes a great deal of attention to watch.
True.
That sounds like that's not the movie for me.
You don't want to watch that. You won't understand a goddamn thing that's going on. Jesus.
That does not sound like the movie for me.
Yeah, but twiddling his thumb 10 minutes in, I think.
All right, here go. 1980s notorious B movie, The Reanimator.
Yeah.
It's not top 20, but it's genre defining for sure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So is the next one.
The Evil Dead.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Game winner.
Yeah.
the original and only the original.
I
Yeah.
love that movie so much.
The reboot show that just came out is pretty decent, but it's just because of all the fan,
Yeah,
All
it
the
gets a lot of
fans of
fan
this,
service. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Insidious.
I'll give you Insidious.
Yeah.
That's all right. It's jump scary.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch The Ring on that one.
Did I ever tell you my Ring story? Matt, do you know the Ring story?
No.
Well, that weren't you like super hammered?
No, I was stoned out of my brain.
Oh
and
yeah.
The only
Super
time on
hammered.
record, it's the only time on record that I know of that I took acid. I took it.
Oh my
unknowingly.
god.
I took
You
it
watched the-
unknowingly because the marijuana we had was laced with it, and we went and saw it. And the guy I sat next to thought he got trampled by the horse that jumped off of the back of the boat and died. So he shit himself right next to me in the theater. We were sitting in the front row. He shit himself.
Yeah,
And
that's
I got
not a-
up from the theater at that as soon as he went, I got up.
That is not a movie that you watch on acid.
I got up, left the theater, went and sat in my two-seater B2000 pickup that I had at the time, kept looking over my shoulder for the back seat that didn't exist, and was drinking Red Stripe for the rest of the movie because I was too terrified to move.
Jeez.
And then I made my friend ride in the back of the pickup because he smelled like shit.
This is a wrong choice.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not one you watch when you're dosing, even unintentionally.
We didn't know.
That's what I said, even unintentionally.
I was like 19.
Yeah, but you know what's better than The Ring? It looks more entertaining. Sadako versus Kayako. It fucking rocks. It's the Ring bitch versus the Grudge bitch.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, yes.
Oh,
That
okay.
actually sounds pretty
We're like,
entertaining.
"Mirror."
It's awesome. I saw the looks of confusion and
Yeah, we're
had
like,
to explain.
what?
Okay. Next one is Scream.
You already said that.
Oh, the new one?
No, that was
The 1996.
1996
What's
Scream.
the difference there?
Yeah, I call bullshit. You don't get two Screams on here. Throw
Well,
one
it's
of them
on
out.
here twice.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
Oh, they're
Well,
full of
fucking
shit.
Reddit people.
Yeah,
Okay.
but what about Shriek if you know what I did last Friday the 13th?
Because nobody cares about that.
That is not
Damn.
on the list. I will add it just for you.
What the
Thank
fuck?
you. I appreciate it.
All right.
I'm already seeing a prejudice in this, but go ahead.
That is because you keep cheating.
Yeah, stop cheating.
All right. Alien.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's a great one.
1979 Alien.
We got into this conversation, what was it, a month ago, about
Yeah.
all the aliens?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had this conversation. That is an amazing
Yep.
first couple movies.
We should actually rewatch that sometime when we're not trying to fall asleep.
I think I might have Steph watch that one. See if she doesn't sleep anyway right
Do
now.
you
so.
want to have your bits like ripped off? Because that's what will happen if you make her watch that.
Do it and film it. I'll give you a GoPro to hide in the house. It's sitting right here.
Oh, she's already not sleeping anyway, so she might as well watch some scary shit and enjoy it.
Well, she can watch the scary shit. She won't enjoy it. Okay. John Carpenter's The Thing.
Oh, that's
Oh yeah, yeah.
Great one. That's a great one.
That one's already on my list of shit that I didn't think was going to be on here that I was going to bring up later, so I'll scratch that one
Oh
off.
yeah, that's an awesome
great one.
body
Yeah.
snatch movie.
Yeah. The scene when he's trying to defib the guy and his whole chest just opens with the teeth and just clops on his arm.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys noticed what is happening here, but I keep trying to cheat, so I'm like, and she keeps leaning over.
I see you.
Stop fucking cheating, dude.
Okay,
All right. The Conjuring.
that's a good one.
God.
That movie's funny because there's that one scene where the fucking chair flips upside down is on the ceiling. I laughed so hard at that shit. Okay, I'll take that fucking sandbag, I guess. God damn, what a crowd.
All right.
I'm gonna drink my vodka and just be
Please drink more. This will be great.
Oh, I have very much left.
The Exorcist.
Yeah, that should
Which
be
one? The original?
It's
Looks
the
like the
original.
first one.
Yeah. 1973.
Yep, scratching that one off my list.
No, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh God, that reminds me. A story kind of similar to your friends, except for I didn't shit my pants. I got super fried
How
up.
you guys doing?
Yeah, I got super baked, and we watched The Exorcism of Emily Rose. And there's a scene where a cat runs, kind of across the screen and then off screen. Yeah, I looked through the apartment for that cat after that happened.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
Didn't scare me at all, but I lost the cat. I thought the cat literally ran through the house. I thought it was a real fucking cat.
It wasn't a great movie, but the jump scares were quality. Quality jump scares in that one.
Yeah, I didn't get jump scared. It was just the cat that surprised me.
And then the top movie on the list is 1978 Halloween.
Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. They're missing a lot of shit, though.
I agree.
Yeah.
A lot of shit.
Yeah.
Although now I'm going, didn't they just come out with another Halloween movie with Jamie Lee Curtis in it like last year?
Yeah, two of them back to back.
Like, hey, that's a really long fucking time.
She's been in like 6 of them.
There is an extraordinary amount of shit on that list that makes it completely incomplete. What's the one, the fucking super old German fucking Dracula movie?
Nosferatu
or whatever.
Nosferatu.
Yeah, that fucking thing. That one's missing.
I didn't hear Friday the 13th.
It was not on there.
Friday the
It was
13th.
not on there.
Didn't hear Nightmare on Elm Street.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I didn't hear Rosemary's Baby.
Nope.
I didn't hear Event Horizon.
No.
I didn't hear Omen.
No Child's Play.
No.
Yeah, no Child's Play.
Give me Hostel.
Yeah,
the first Saw.
Yeah,
Like
the first Saw.
movie.
Yeah, the first Saw. Yeah.
And you
Orphan, maybe.
mentioned Grudge, but that wasn't on the list either, I don't think.
No, the Grudge. No.
Grudge wasn't on the list.
Trying to think of some more. I feel like there's a lot that
There is.
Like franchises that are incomplete because they're not on this list. You know,
Well, you can't fucking trust Reddit to get anything right.
Parasite.
No. That's why Reddit is a thing, is because it's a disaster to begin with. I'm looking at.
Was Parasite a movie or just an anime? Or am I thinking of a different Parasite?
I think you're thinking of a different.
There's
Parasite.
a movie.
Oh, I must be
That
thinking
movie's
of a different
fucking
Parasite.
awesome.
Did you guys ever see A Haunting in Connecticut? That was a real good one. That was fairly recent, actually.
Wasn't that followed up by like Haunting in Hill House or whatever?
No, Haunting of Hill House was. There was actually a Haunting in Connecticut too, but Haunting of Hill House is a different story. I would put Psycho on that list.
Yeah.
The original.
The original,
Yeah.
absolutely the original. I would
American Psycho.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
Not really super horror, but psychologically.
Very tense thriller style.
You
Yeah.
know, Clockwork Orange would go kind of on that list if you're going to talk psychological, but then I think we're kind of crossing generation or crossing genres. I'm trying to think. There's one other one I'm thinking of, and I can't think of what to think I'm thinking of.
You can't think the thing you're thinking.
No, I can't.
About like,
There's a lot.
would Orphan be on that list? Would you think?
Ooh,
Yeah,
that one's
Yeah.
creepy.
yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. We were just talking about it a couple weeks ago. What about the Bruce Willis "I'm Dead" movie? That was
Sixth
Sense.
yeah, that shit.
That's not a
not a horror
horror.
movie. That's not a
No,
horror
but there's
movie.
enough jump scares that would cross half of these names that are on this list off.
Yeah, where's it in either iteration?
It, yeah,
Well, in that
Mhm.
case, where's Carrie?
Carrie.
Yeah, where's Carrie?
I fucking where's
Carrie is
Christine?
scary
I
enough
love that
when she's
stupid
in
show.
Aurora.
Sorry, that Reddit list is bogus.
Crap. But
Okay,
it was good for conversation.
It was good for conversation,
and
but
that is the whole point of
Yeah.
pulling it up. Is not
Yeah.
because
No,
it was an accurate list, but because it,
started
just
the
took 20 minutes of our podcast. The list that I've been looking at that we'll go over next show is Halloween movies that we recommend people to watch. It can be scary movies. It can also be things like, Hocus Pocus. So think about it. Oh yeah, I watched all of the Halloween Town movies.
it's the great
There's
pumpkin
actually a
film,
town that they turned into Halloween Town where they filmed Halloween Town.
That
Nice.
rocks.
And I really want to go there. Okay. But that is the next show. Okay.
Awesome.
Our parents, the progenitor and associates, those two people are completely fucking liquidated right now.
I'm trying to. Did they buy beer and get thrown in the back of a cop car today? I'm so confused.
No, that was one of our trips to Vegas. He's combining all of our trips to Vegas into one trip right now in his brain.
Okay, got it. I'm so fucking lost.
Every trip to Vegas that Matt, Ed, him, and I have been on, he is combining all 15 of those trips into one trip right now. Or at least 4 of them. He's pulling references from at least 3 different stories.
That was like his 60th birthday trip.
But there's other references. Anyways, sorry. Milty, I'm glad
Yeah,
you're having
alright.
fun down there. Please don't hurt yourself.
I'm still laughing at the fact that he flew to the Springs.
I'm still laughing at the fact that Michaela needs a no shit handle for this podcast.
And it's under ceiling.
And that she almost
I-
missed grabbing it.
My desk is under my bed. This is my bed that I'm grabbing
okay.
onto.
Yeah.
I'm back in what did we call it? Mercury? Whatever. Fuck it. I'm just gonna take every sandbag, I guess. God.
What are you
You're-
about that?
I'm just very lost. I don't know where you are.
Is your microwave in retrograde? Is that what?
Yeah.
No. Remember there was one time I was recording under this thing and y'all were like, "Oh, you're recording on fucking Mars? It sounds like ass."
Oh, yeah. That was well before we did live casting. That was
Yeah.
That was in the old apartment.
I forgot about that.
That's why it sounded like fucking bullshit.
Shit. So that was 2 years ago. We've been doing
At
this
least,
for 2
yeah.
years.
Been doing it for a while.
Tank and I have been doing this for at least 3 together, and I've been doing this show for going on 6.
Jesus.
Yeah, I've been doing it for almost 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was right after we moved into this house, so almost 4.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Next thing on the list. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not hand Mark either of the stuffies that are sitting next to me, and he feels that he needs to be able to compete with MJ.
Ludi.
Ludi colo, Ludi colo.
Okay.
Lord.
This is impenetrable. Let's continue.
Carry
Once
on.
again, it's in his name.
The DCEU is still planning on releasing films in the next year. So I don't know exactly how they're planning on doing that, considering the writer strike drags on. But, more power to them. And the movie that's supposed to be coming out in July of next year is Superman Legacy. Now, the reason that this has become, a popular news article recently is because Nathan Fillion has been announced as the Green Lantern in this film.
Oh,
Yes, Michaela.
This casting should have been the Ryan Reynolds casting.
Oof.
Well,
Now they put that one to bed when Ryan Reynolds shot himself at the end of Deadpool 2.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that movie should not have happened with Ryan Reynolds. That movie should have happened with Nathan Fillion
Oh, I
I
see.
can see what you're saying.
Same.
Okay,
I
now
think-
I get
as
it.
think
as
Ryan
Hal
Reynolds would
Jordan,
agree with
not
you.
as whoever the fuck he played in that
He's
movie.
going to be Guy Gardner version,
Okay.
I believe.
So, Nathan Fillion actually had a Green Lantern movie come out the same year as Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern,
Yep.
but it was him doing the voice of because it was an animated.
Oh,
So
believe that
there
was
has
Emily
been
Knights.
what the fuck?
the new fans.
She disappeared.
I had to pull myself up.
Oh,
Continue.
The new fans of the DCEU who are just little nerdlings and do not know who Nathan Fillion is beyond anything such as like The Rookie or Castle on TV, do not understand his supreme power in the nerdverse. And we're all up in arms that he was being cast in this role. So there's been a lot of people who've had to argue that James Gunn's casting does not suck. And I looked it up. Nathan Fillion has voiced the Green Lantern in 10 different animated series or movies in the last 9 years.
mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
why he should have been the Green Lantern the whole time. He's the most perfect Hal Jordan there's ever been.
Still wouldn't have made that movie not suck.
No,
That
but it
visually,
would've been-
no. The
yeah.
visual effects were.
At least we wouldn't have had to look at Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds in another film that was poorly written. He doesn't do many of those, but
I kind of dig the casting from a historical standpoint,
like it.
but I would like to have seen maybe someone a little bit younger. I mean,
He's playing a different Green
he's-
Lantern.
no, I get it.
Yeah.
I understand all that, but
we are talking about a whole universe he's trying to build here.
right. So let's start with someone younger and grow with it instead of 52-year-old Nathan Fillion, who I adore. Like I've got nothing. I love everything that guy's ever done, but I think it's a missed opportunity to really seed the universe and really grow with the character instead of. And maybe it's a cameo, it's a multiverse kind of thing. Who knows? We know nothing about this movie besides
It's
a
happening.
couple people that are in it. Yeah.
I'm assuming the Hal Jordan Green Lantern will be a separate casting that will be moving on in the future.
Yeah, I think that by pulling Nathan Fillion into the DCEU, James Gunn is trying to be like, hey, old nerds,
Old
look,
nerds.
I understand that he is important to your universe, so I put him in my universe. And it
Like-
makes me very sad that when referring to Nathan Fillion, like a lot of the articles are like, Nathan Fillion, best known for Castle or best known for Rookie. I'm like, no, motherfuckers, that is not what he is known for.
It is now.
A bunch
Yeah.
of jabronis who have never watched Dr. Horrible
Right.
Or Firefly.
or Firefly.
Did
the
you
number-
just meh Firefly? She will
Certainly
destroy
did.
you.
She already knows my opinion on Firefly. She can hate me for it. It's okay.
I've been hating you for it for a long time now, Tank.
I know. That's all right with me.
Firefly was serviceable.
That's
Oh
what
my
I'd call it too.
Serenity
It was
rocks.
good. I mean, it's a good end to that saga. Whatever.
If Nathan Fillion is only a temporary, give me Jon
If
Stewart
I die
after
before
instead
I wake,
of.
I'm haunting you motherfuckers for the rest of your lives.
Go ahead.
That's a
I
new
didn't say it
twist
was
on that
bad.
prayer.
If the Nathan Fillion casting is only temporary, then give me Jon Stewart afterwards.
Like,
I'd be good with that.
like
Either way.
like
I think that's a good casting for Guy Gardner. Green Lantern, that's a good cast, I think.
John
Yeah.
Stewart.
No, Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern Jon Stewart.
Not Jon Stewart, the
Not Jon Stewart.
actor. Jon Stewart, the character.
Oh, I got you. I was like, you guys were just bitching about Nathan Fillion being old, and now you're
I
talking
didn't bitch
about
about him being old.
That was Matt, bitch.
That was me. That was me. I wasn't bitching.
Oh.
I was just saying it's a missed opportunity. She was the one who wanted the firefighter support guy and Daily Show host to be a Green Lantern.
No, John Stewart. John. John Stewart.
I know.
I just want Justice League Unlimited to be a movie instead of an animated cartoon from the early aughts. Thank you.
You may get close to it. We'll see.
Yeah.
That's
I trust James Gunn.
Batman Beyond as a movie.
That would be awesome.
It would be really fucking cool. I'd watch it.
Michael Keaton is an old Batman.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Get Static X to come back and do the theme song again. Except
That'd
he's
be
dead.
cool.
Okay.
Is that the only issue with the casting, or do they have other issues?
Right now, it's just that
Writing.
apparently the young nerdlings don't know who he is and are upset by his casting.
Didn't they see Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
Didn't they see Guardians 3?
Yeah.
Well,
What are they watching?
I hope they didn't watch
Peacemaker?
Suicide Squad because that movie sucked.
No, that one was good. The first one sucked. So the second one was good.
Was the second one with Peacemaker?
Yes.
Yeah.
The second one was all right.
They killed a giant starfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did.
The first one was pretty terrible.
It wasn't great. Yeah.
It had
Okay.
so much potential.
It did, especially with that cast.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at this. Because see, the good news is if you've seen nothing that we've done before, you can watch Superman Legacy, you can watch Creature Commandos, and you can also watch Peacemaker Season 2, and you can watch Blue Beetle. All of that. We're trying to minimize audience confusion and maximize their enjoyment. So even though it's supposed to be a cohesive universe, it sounds like all of the films are standalone.
Well, and I think he kind of said that he wanted to do a lot of individual building before he got to any combined universe bullshit.
Well, and that's really what the MCU did. It's just, it's been so long since that happened.
I'm showing Michaela, I'm showing Lisa the tweet you sent us.
That is lovely.
Yeah. So this one reporter said that it looks like the strike is going to be coming to a close soon.
Oh, hopefully they'll get their payday on the other end of this.
Yeah.
Well, and that actually takes us to the next item on the agenda, and that is Walt Disney Studios has announced that they're going to be spending more than $60 billion over the next 10 years on theme parks and their cruise line.
That's a good way to spend money.
The House of Mouse is undefeated.
Yeah.
So, and the reason I say that the strike news is relevant is apparently the increase that the Disney employees are asking for is 0.88% of Disney's annual revenue.
Yeah.
But they're going to be doing this big cruise line and theme park expansion.
I think the tea leaves are showing that, you know, they're running out of stories right now. And so they're trying to get people back out of their houses and spend their money in other ways besides the theater.
Didn't they just lose a giant pile of money on their Star Wars attraction? And the
I
hotel
believe
and
so.
all that shit?
The one in
The massively expensive Galactic Cruiser Hotel is the one that they shut down. That was like $3,000 a night because they just couldn't put enough people in it. Although all reports were that the experience was amazing, but because of all that they put into it, you had to pay a whole bunch, and that priced a lot of people out of it.
Yeah, to the point that they just stopped doing it like 3 years
Yeah, they
ago.
shut it down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
they
thing was
shut it
open
down.
for like a year.
One of them's been open for longer. Or one of them was done like a full year before the other one even started or something like that.
Interesting.
Yes, Smuggler's Run I think was first. Then the Galactic Cruiser Hotel was
Yeah, Galaxy's
second,
Edge.
and that was
That one. Yeah. Well, I mean, they'll probably make money. They'll probably lose a shitload of money for a bit, but they'll probably make money still because it's Disney.
Yeah, they're planning on doubling their worldwide capacity for the cruise line. by adding 2 ships in 2025 and then another ship in 2026. Going to add a new Disney port in Singapore. And there's over 1,000 acres of land that will be developed.
We'll need a Disney Singapore.
So, as we're experiencing a recession and severe underemployment, they're spending money on cruise lines.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. The big question right now, and it hasn't been answered in the articles that I've looked at, and that's how much of that money is going to go into Florida after all of the legal issues that Disney has been having. And, you know, there's still a bunch of open lawsuits happening in Florida with Disney. So how much of that money is going to stay there and how much is going elsewhere? Because they're talking about expanding in California, France, China, Japan, Australia. So
yeah, I'm assuming I don't think they're going to be putting a whole lot of money in the Florida stuff just because they're still pissing in Ron DeSantis' mouth. Right. So it's going to be
at least, especially not in terms of expansion, right? They'll probably spend some money in revamping some of the stuff. Like they've got that giant island in the middle of Disney World where the old Wilderness Kingdom was that is just abandoned and apparently overrun by monkeys.
And a giant crater filled with monkeys. Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So, yeah, you can't go there. I have been on that island. I'm old enough to have been on that island. And
I remember it. I think there's a VHS of me talking to a parrot or something like that. You and I have both been there.
Yeah.
They do say,
but I don't think they're going to expand.
That they're going to be delving into the deep well of stories that have yet to be fully explored in the theme parks. And explore even more characters and franchises, including some that have not been leveraged extensively to date.
Max?
I knew you were going to say that.
Max
is currently Gold Lagoon's favorite Disney character.
We need a Max experience.
So is this kind of like a riding a horse thing? Or because I'm pretty sure they had that at the original Disneyland.
I think that he would rather sword fight Max with a frying pan.
Yes. That would be amazing.
Pretty sure sword fighting a horse is illegal in Colorado or in the United States.
It might
be. Sure it's illegal everywhere.
If he's got a frying pan, I think the odds. No,
he had the sword.
I've got the frying pan. I think the odds are even if he's got a sword in his mouth.
You sound like the fucking characters from Yakuza when they're like, "Oh, don't worry, fighting Majima having a sword or a knife is cool because he doesn't have an eye."
Dude, Max is the most underrated character in the history of Disney. The most underrated. There is nothing you can get with any kind of Max or anything on it. Nobody gives a shit about Max, and he is one of the best characters there is. The physical comedy that Max provides is unbelievable. I'll stop my rant about Max.
Wait, hold on. Max, the fucking horse from Tangled?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right. You're fucking right.
That's what I'm saying. That horse is fucking the shit, man.
That horse rocks.
That fucking horse is great. And this comes from somebody who hates horses most of the time on TV because of fucking that dumb horse. Yeah, that one who I will not speak his name. But Max Entangled is the most underutilized and most undersung character in the history of Disney.
That horse and the fucking old Firefly in Princess and the Frog, those are the two best characters to come out of recent Disney shit.
And the squirrel from Emperor's New Groove.
Yes, that whole movie is underrated.
Hey-Hey's great too, but Hey-Hey's not as good as Max.
You can get stuffed Hey-Heys. You can't get a stuffed horse.
You can't get Max.
Mr. Hands did it. Oh wait, no, not the other way.
Little Brother's pretty cool too, but Max is the coolest.
Mark has decided that our family should go as Rapunzel, Flynn Rider, and Max for Halloween.
Dude,
we just have not yet figured out how to convince Sandy to wear a horse costume.
Sandy,
I figured it was going to be Sandy wearing the Flynn
Sandy is Max. Like if I gave Sandy,
You know what? I could totally do Sandy in the Flynn Rider costume and make Mark be the horse.
I'd do that too.
I think that makes more sense.
Right. Especially if he was the horse's ass.
I knew that was coming.
I was waiting for that.
Will you check the penis?
Oh, shit.
But yeah, Disney spending $60 billion to revitalize a bunch of shit while they don't pay their writers seems right in line with most of what happens there. They
Yeah.
just had one of the largest returns ever in the history of the company and fired 5,000 people. So big surprise.
Yeah, I had looked at doing one of those Disney internships when I was in college.
Me too.
Right? Most people do it at some point, right? Because they sell it up really big at the job fairs, and then you realize that it's like 6 months of being treated like shit for no money. You have to pay to be there. You don't get sick days, you know, and you have to like clean gum off people's shoes, and only if you're one of the very few like 5% that get blessed you can be a character, and of those most of them are wearing big stinky heads.
Don't forget, if you write for them, they own all of your stuff.
Yeah, there's contracts involved.
What in the hell?
What is going on?
Michaela, just come out and say it. Fuck.
Someone is touching their fucking microphone. I can hear it.
I'm not. My hands are over here. My mic's right here somewhere.
I'm not even on the camera.
You are on the camera.
I don't know who it is, but I can hear it in the back of my ears. I can hear people touching their microphone.
You can hear it in the front.
Would you just fuck off?
I don't know.
Carry on.
Oh, completely unrelated to anything here. But Mark has become obsessed with the tequila old fashions. Because apparently the faux tequila makes a better old fashioned than the faux whiskey.
To be
Cool.
fair, real tequila makes a better old fashioned than real whiskey.
Tequila, old fashioned.
Tequila. That sounds almost like you're swearing at somebody.
Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Stop it.
Da-da-da-da.
Okay, so other shit is happening in my home. So Avengers 5 cast and other information about the Kang Dynasty has been released as of this afternoon, is when I saw this come out. This is a brand new article. So Kang Dynasty is currently scheduled to hit theaters on May 1st of 2026. And that is because it got pushed from May 2nd of 2025 because of the writer's strike and everything that's going on, which hopefully it sounds like maybe coming to a close, which
Yay.
I hope that is a thing that is good for the peoples.
Oh, that leads also in some issues currently, criminally.
Yeah.
Well, there is that. So
And
Didn't
there's
stop Warner Brothers from releasing The Flash.
that is true. Still fucking shocked as fuck about that, if I'm being honest.
okay, so apparently Avengers 5 will have Shang-Chi,
Awesome.
and it is still currently being written. The primary writer on that is going to be Jeff Loveness, who wrote Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania,
Which was good, by the way.
which I got really confused watching because I was asleep for like 70% of it, but all at different times.
It's not a great movie to fall asleep to.
But it could be confusing, yeah.
But I enjoyed that movie
A
thoroughly.
lot of timey-wimey in that movie to be falling asleep to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
because every
and-
time I woke up, they were in a different universe or some shit.
pretty much exactly what happened.
Um,
Not lying. She would roll over and look, and she had the look of, what on God's green earth am I looking at? It's just one of those like, like they're in the quantum realm. It's okay. There's like a whole universe inside the quantum realm. Hey!
Hi, girls. Are you getting ready for bed?
Yes.
All right, we'll see you
Julia,
guys in
did
the
you cut your hair again?
No.
Oh, okay.
It looks short. It looks good. It just
All right.
looks short.
Oh, it's because it's wet.
All right, love you, girls.
All right. Love you, girls.
I
Sweet
Okay.
dreams.
Good night.
love you, Aunt Mimi. I love you, Uncle Guns. Wow,
Love you. We'll see you guys this weekend.
Go away, nerd girls.
I'm not a nerd. Okay, nerd boy. I'm a turd. Okay.
Okay,
Not
close the door.
no. Julie's not a turd. She's a bucket.
I'm not a
nerd,
I'm a
Go.
turd.
Bucket is a
Go.
turd.
Close the door.
No, this is you hold it on.
Jesus, Michaela.
I'm still appreciating the I'm not a nerd, I'm a turd.
I'm not a nerd. I'm a turd.
If you say so.
You know what? That is a 4-year-old who knows, who she is.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Like we were talking about,
So yeah. Shit. Where was I?
Quantumania.
Okay. Thank you.
Shang-Chi.
So the only one actor has been confirmed so far to appear in Avengers 5, and that is Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror. I assume that all of our standard actors will be back. They have just, because of the strike, not officially signed on to anything. Or if they had signed on to it, everything is currently on hold. Let's see. Has been described already as a Kang movie.
But
Yeah.
it better be.
Well, I think you meant in the same.
Okay.
Same vein as the
Despite
Infinity
Kang's
Wars that
confirmation
Thanos
for the
movie.
film, Major's involvement remains up in the air as the actor is in the middle of a ongoing legal dispute with his future in the franchise being in question. So he
That
may be
is the
replaced.
safest way I've ever heard that phrased.
Yeah, that is well worded.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a very good PR department. So we'll see. But they're saying they're going to be moving forward as soon as possible. They've pushed the release date out to 2026, and obviously that has the potential of changing again. Letitia Wright has been talking about that she's excited for doing the film. Brie Larson, Anthony Mackie, Mark Ruffalo, like everybody is all talking about doing it. It's just nobody has signed the papers. But then again, the film also hasn't been written.
True.
So, we'll have to see, I guess, who's actually in it before they start announcing cast. They know Kang will be in it, but other than that. Do I have anything else on that front? We should be expecting a shit ton of trailers in 2025. And just wait until we see something. But the writer's strike has everything on hold.
This sounds like one of those deals where we're going to get a lot of hush hush until either SDCC or even D20, and they'll bring a bunch of people out.
Probably, yeah.
That would make sense.
They'll get Kevin out there and dog and pony show a bunch of people.
Well, yeah. I mean, isn't that the whole point of the MCU at this point?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I will say I'm excited about Loki season 2.
Yeah, Loki's gonna be great.
I mean, honestly, I think the MCU has been done really well. I like what they've done with the small screen, because previously Marvel was not super great for the streaming series, which is why Defenders crashed and burned real hard.
That's because Iron Fist was terrible.
Yeah, that's more of an indictment on Iron Fist than it is the small screen stuff. Daredevil was awesome.
Was cool. Luke Cage was
Punisher was
Punisher was
fantastic.
great.
Luke Cage is one of my favorite kind of comic book television series.
I
ever.
liked season 1 of Jessica Jones. I thought season 2 was weird.
Well, they took that story a little awkwardly in the second season, but
So
it was still really good the first season though.
yeah, but again, I appreciate what the MCU has done, especially bringing new people into the fandom. But you have to think the MCU is now what, like 30 years old?
2008.
I was close.
30, 15.
Whatever.
2008 was Iron Man.
Yep.
So yeah, but it's been here for a while, and it will be here for a while longer.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
assuming so, yeah.
Speaking of small screen and things that have been around for a fuck ton of years, let's get over to Star Wars.
Okay.
Tank, are you okay?
No.
All right,
You
go
already
ahead.
watched
You kick
six?
it off then.
Go
Are
ahead,
episode
please.
6 yet? Holy shit. We're not going to talk about that yet today, though, I don't think. But, episode 6, that was awesome.
Yeah, no talking about episode 6 just because it just came out yesterday or today. I don't know.
Tuesday came out
So
Tuesday.
yesterday.
So we're still inside of the 7 days.
But holy crap.
But I'm right there with Tank. It was
Wow.
next level.
Okay, so I've heard a lot of complaints about the series so far because they're not focusing on Ahsoka enough. They're not, they're messing with the Star Wars canon by saying, well, anybody can have Force powers. Okay, but they're not messing with Force canon. That is kind of it. They've been telling you literally since the first movie, the Force is in all of us. That is literally part of the story from the very beginning of it, that there's the potential for the Force exists in all people.
It's the whole point behind the story is this could happen to any single fucking person, right? Like we're all talking about heroes out of nowhere. Luke Skywalker is a hero who's a kid from a farm whose friends run away from him, and he becomes the savior of the universe several times over. And that's the whole point of this. So it's supposed to be whimsical and magical, and that's the whole point of the Force. And the midichlorian counts and all that bullshit was just backstory filler to try to fill some things, but it's never been a purely genetic trait.
Well, I mean, and if you go with like Rogue One, which is one of my favorites of the newer movies.
I'm one with the Force. The Force is with me.
Thank you.
I am one with the Force. The Force is with me.
That.
I say that sometimes when I'm stacking kegs in the morning.
But yeah, that's one of the biggest complaints. And a lot of it is specifically to do with Sabine's character, because she doesn't have a lot of Force sensitivity, essentially, is how they're presenting it. But they explain it like, no, not everyone's equal in, their giftedness in the Force, but everyone's able to learn and to be centered and to have that meditative state and to learn in that way. And it's a martial arts movie. That's what it's based on, the code of the samurai and all that kind of stuff. And it's irritating that's the takeaway that a lot of the, guarded ass nerds are taking for the Star Wars universe in the story.
It's people taking away from fun from something that's supposed to be fun. Stop killing our fun. Let's have fun.
Yes, vodka.
I'm going to be 100% here. I haven't actually watched any of it, but I want them to fix her hair. Her hair thing is wrong. Can we fix it, please? I know it's practical, but can we fix it, please? I've been on about this since she showed up in the whichever fucking one she showed up in the first time. But her hair's wrong. Fix it. Fix a hair, please.
It's if she signed off on it, I will leave it as is because it's Rodario Dawson and she can do no wrong.
I get it, but her hair's
Rodario.
supposed to be longer. Her hair things, they're supposed to be longer.
Yeah, I get it.
I know
but
I'm dramatic about it, but I want them to fix her hair.
I'm not sure why you're whining so much
Well,
about it.
maybe she got a haircut in between. Was it Clone Wars?
I don't think they can cut those fucking things, man.
You can cut
You
anything.
can file it
You
down.
can ask my mother. She doesn't even have fingers.
Wait, hold on. There were 2 out-of-pocket things to come out of that fucking section of the screen all at once. One, you can fucking file it down. B,
I think
you
we
cut
just killed
anything
Matt.
off, ask my mother.
I think
Jesus
Matt just quit.
fucking Christ.
Well, she's missing 1 1/4 fingers. Well, 1 1/4 fingers.
Yeah.
Back that shit up.
Matt just quit, I think.
Holy fuck.
Matt just quit.
I'm just saying that her hair's supposed to be a little bit longer. We don't need to file and or cut off any of the hair tentacle
I think he
shit.
just went to go get alcohol, and he did.
God damn. I need to go get
I
more
thought you
alcohol.
quit.
No. I require tequila for this shit.
Pointer and thumb pinky.
File them
I don't know,
down.
man. It's like you could do like a hairicure, like a pedicure, but for the fucking hair tentacle.
They're
thing.
tentacles, brother.
Yeah, you can do
Not fucking hair.
Yeah, it's not traditional hair.
No, I
They've
know. that's
got
what I'm
feelers
saying,
and
but, like,
shit.
You can file like tusks down and like feet, heels, and shit, and toes, like all that stuff. Why couldn't you do it with that?
You
I'm
don't
just saying,
file
you know.
toes, you file nails on
You're getting
toes,
too
brother.
close
You
to
file
saying some
toes?
stuff
Are you
like,
kidding me?
You know, some kind of West African crime lord is going to be talking about.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck,
This has gone
dude.
What the fuck did you just say?
Said you're getting too close to some dangerous talk.
Did you say West African?
I just took another shot. That looked like a big shot, Matt.
Matt, can you bring some up
I
here,
have-
please?
You don't need
So
any. Shut
thanks
up.
to my friends at William Grant for throwing me this partial bottle at our golf tournament that I was at on Monday. It stayed in my golf bag, so I went
Is
and
that
got it.
Milagro?
Yeah, Milagro Repo.
It's hard to see the bottle because your fucking background's all fucked. Yeah, can't see it.
No, but you can tell it's Milagro, though.
Yeah, I can see the Milagro and the red.
There you go.
That's
How's
right.
that?
Hi.
There you go.
Bone has been dropped off.
Oh,
We have a bone setting.
did Mark tell you about our dumbass dog and why she was angry with us for a fucking week?
Oh, we figured it out. Why she's been shitting on the floor and stuff.
All
No,
of her
did you know?
toys were on the coffee table.
We cleaned the house and we put all the toys on this thing, and she didn't move them, so she thought we threw them away or that she wasn't allowed to touch them, so she thought she was in timeout.
Because she's not allowed to get her toys and stuff off of the
Oh.
table. And so she just sat there staring at them.
For like 4 days.
Yeah, I
and
might have
pooping
shit
on
your
the floor.
house too if that was the case.
Yeah. Well, I was like, it's your shit, bud. Get it. It's not like it's like
Yeah,
far
you-
away. It's just on top of the.
You deserve every.
Yeah, but you
bit
told her
of
she's
that
not allowed
from
to
her.
do that, and then you took all of her
Yeah, you
shit
just
away.
told her she can't get up there, so you put her shit up there where she's
Hey,
not allowed
she-
to go. She's like, "What the fuck?" am supposed
I
to
never
now?
told her she was.
I guess I'm gonna drop a
She
deuce.
she is fine to get on top of the blankie chest. It is okay. It is her height. She can reach those things. She can see them.
She's not allowed
But
on
put
that.
them on the
That's it.
floor. Be nice to your fucking
Yeah.
dog.
We forgot for like a week. But anyway, she loves us again. It's fine. She's just
Anyway,
that was hilarious.
I'm gonna try to put us back on the rails
Good
here.
luck.
So the other complaint I heard about Ahsoka a lot has been, well, it's just an extension of
Oh, yeah.
Rebels. Yeah, no shit.
Rebels was good.
They planted this seed in season 2 of The Mandalorian when they dropped the guy's
Yeah.
name. When she shows up and says, "I'm looking for
Yeah.
Thrawn." Holy, well, you think maybe we're gonna see the resolution of that storyline at some point because they said it in the goddamn Mandalorian. get over it.
Yeah, and that's the other part. Like they're saying, it's not so much about her; it's about everything around her. I'm like, I mean, you mean like they did with the Mandalorian, and like they did with Boba Fett.
The
and,
Book
like,
of Boba Fett, which was
Yeah.
not the Book of Boba Fett. It was half the Book of Boba Fett, and the other half was Mandalorian season 2.5.
Yeah.
even a giant chunk of
That was what
Mandalorian
I
wasn't
called
about Mandalorian; it was about the characters around
Well,
his
and
universe.
the fucking show about the guy from the thing before he goes blows up the planet thing. That very little of that show was actually, there was about half of, like a third of it was about him, and then some of it.
Hold
I
on.
knew that was coming.
The show about the guy with the thing who went to blow up the
Yeah.
planet thing. Could you be any less fucking?
Do you know what I'm
Fucking
talking about?
asshole.
No.
Does anybody
You're
know
talking about fucking Spaceballs. That's what you're
No.
fucking talking about.
I mean, I do
Well,
like
he does that every
Spaceballs, but this
day.
one just came out like last year, so
this is appropriate.
The show is called
Mystery
Andor
Theater
because that's the
3000.
dude's fucking name.
yeah, but he is only a portion of that show. If it was just about
You
him,
understood that reference?
but still, the point is like, oh, it's
Yeah.
it's a Rebels extension or whatever. Do
Yeah.
you really want an entire like 12-hour show about one dude? No, it's not interesting. You need to bring in other characters to it.
And
That's
they're
what
bringing
Star
in
Wars
good
does.
characters.
Yeah,
They're bringing in the other characters involved
Mhm.
in that story that we've seen
Right.
already.
and
they're building on it.
they build on those characters so that they can use them in the next thing, and then you have a next thing, and then you have a next thing.
Right.
It's called story writing. Get the fuck over it. Enjoy what you're watching. Turn your brain off for a while and enjoy the television, assholes.
I will say this: they introduced a character, and I hope they don't waste him in episode 6 of Ahsoka. And he's played by, you don't see his face. I don't know if we will, but he's played by a guy with some pretty good nerd cred. I hope to God they don't waste this, because this particular character could be something that carries on for a while if they don't tie this thing completely up by the end of this season.
And I think that they gave us a hint. I guess, I don't know, like a hint at who the narrator is for the Star Wars universe in episode 6.
What?
Yeah, the way,
The person who writes the scrolly thing?
no, but kind of the person telling you. the
Oh, I see
story.
what you're saying. I see exactly what you're saying.
I think
Yeah.
that's what they're doing.
Yeah, there's maybe, but he's not like.
No, he's not an overarching character, but you see.
No, I know.
Yeah.
He see, but I don't. We'll have to talk
We'll
about
talk
this next week, because we can't really get.
Yeah.
Yeah, we or in 2 weeks,
So-
because you can't get too in depth into it, because it's a super cool moment. You're like, oh,
Yeah, you're like, holy shit.
All right.
that's
So
cool.
when we come back, because
Right.
next week we will be here with the goons and all of the sportsy stuff.
Yes.
But then the week after, we will be able to talk about what happened in episode 6.
Yes.
Okay. So one thing that we can talk about right now, and that is Henry Cavil. Nerd extraordinaire. I love this dude. His nerd cred is so legit. And we were all very sad when we found out he was leaving Witcher, or at least I was, because he's yummy and does a really good job of, like, he dirties down real good. But now he is going to be Connor McLeod.
Fuck yeah.
And it's going to be so fucking good.
I hope so.
If this is the reason why he's
okay. Here's
if this is the reason why
Go
he's
ahead.
leaving The Witcher, I'm good with it.
it's not.
No, I know, but
You don't. Yeah, but it's a good
Yeah.
segue, right? And here's the thing about Highlander, and speaking as the old head on the panel who actually watched the original when it came out on HBO.
I did not watch
in
it when it came out,
1986.
but I have watched it.
So Highlander came this fucking close to being nothing after Highlander 2. Highlander 2 is, without a doubt, the worst sequel that has ever sequeled any sequel ever. It is god awful terrible. They tried to recover by releasing a director's cut, which I have seen, and whatever. when they released the series, it rescued the entire franchise.
Completely
and
agree. The
introduced it
series
to
was great.
The
That's
series
what I
was
grew up
awesome.
on.
You know, the character of Duncan was
Yeah.
amazing. The great thing about Highlander, there's two things about Highlander that they have to absolutely nail. One, they got to nail Ramirez. We don't know who that's going to be yet. They've got to get that guy right.
That's going to be a hard sell.
That's a hard one. So they have to figure that one out. 2, soundtrack.
Yeah.
I will say, and you all know, maybe Tank, you don't, but you may, the rest of you know of the soundtrack of Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Queen was great.
Highlander soundtrack by Queen is the best rock and roll soundtrack of any science fiction movie ever made.
Just
And-
use it.
Hold on. The direct quote is from the movies in all of their 80s. Queen slathered glory to the TV show with an actor who looked remarkably like one of my brothers. And that is said by Henry Cavil. It is the 80s Queen slathered glory.
They have to get it right. And when they released that soundtrack, it actually isn't the Highlander soundtrack. The album is called A Kind of Magic. And the first song on A Kind of Magic is the title song from Iron Eagle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Then the rest of the album is Highlander from start to finish. Everything from Princes of the Universe to Who Wants to Live Forever, all of it. Yes, sir.
I have a suggestion for a possible go-to for this. Muse.
That would be a good one. Yes, Michaela.
I have a suggestion. Just reuse the fucking album. It rocks.
Oh yeah.
It still rocks.
Yeah.
It does rock.
My only problem is the way television shows are developed now, they will find different people to recreate those songs, and a lot of that stuff that they build for television is not very good. So either stick, like you said, stick with the original, or have somebody produce music that tributes a lot back to that stuff.
Uses some of the same themes, little callbacks and
And
Easter eggs.
there isn't a better songwriter that does anything like that than Matt Bellamy.
Right.
Matt Bellamy can do that no problem for Muse.
Correct.
I think, I see, Ramirez obviously is critical here, right?
I don't know who you get to replace Sean Connery.
Billy Connolly.
I think that man is dead.
But isn't he dead?
I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one, right?
He's
gotta nail it.
not.
He's
Oh
Billy
my
Connolly's
God.
still alive?
Yeah, I just think I
Oh,
just
Billy. Sorry.
Fuck is
the other funny thing about this is that Connor McLeod, Duncan McLeod are both Scots, right?
Mhm.
The original Connor McLeod was French. Duncan McLeod is English.
Yeah.
Henry
What about
Cavill is
Ramirez?
English. Ramirez, who plays an Egyptian who moved to Spain 2,000 years later and then came over to Scotland, is Scottish.
Is it Scottish?
Right? Like the only Scot in the whole movie is Sean Connery, and
Right.
he doesn't play a Scot.
Spaniard.
No.
Right? That's part of the genius of the damn movie.
Yeah.
But I can't agree more with the casting here. I think it's absolutely brilliant. Henry Cavill is going to nail it. Yes, Michaela.
Can Henry Cavill play Raiden in the next Mortal Kombat movie?
I was just going to say, if we
That
can get a
would be
French guy
fucking
to
incredible.
play
That'd be
Raiden,
wild.
then
He probably wants
Christopher Lambert did it, right?
Christopher Lambert did it. It's the
He
same
sure
guy.
did.
Yeah.
So one of the really
Japanese
fucking
thunder god.
fantastic things about Henry Cavill is his nerd cred. And on the set of The Witcher for the first, was it 2 seasons?
Mhm.
He was the go-to person if they had any question about the source material, because the original author of the books wanted nothing to do with it. He was like, I wrote them. It was a long time ago. Leave me the fuck alone. And so whenever there was a question about the books, about the games, anything, he was the go-to guy. He would actually stop during like the roundtable readings and be like, no. What should actually be happening here is, and he was known for trying to keep it as close to the source material as possible. So I have a lot of faith that he'll do that again. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be fantastic. The guy who is handling all of the stunts is the same guy who did The Matrix, and that's Chad.
Is he one of the Stefanski brothers or whatever?
Yes.
Stefanski. I have Stefanski stuck in my head because he said, "Go ahead and get drunk, Cleveland. It's not going to be a pretty year." Anyways, Chad Stahelski. That's his name.
I think Wachowski is who you're thinking of.
You're thinking of the Wachowskis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know they're not brothers anymore. So
Correct.
No.
anyways,
At any rate, I'm super excited for this. This is going to be great.
yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be
excited.
great.
I think it's going to be fantastic. One of the writers that's working on it did the House of Dragon. So, yeah, it should be fantastic.
So incest guaranteed.
Woohoo!
He also wrote Rampage, which that movie was fun for what it was.
Is that related to the video game Rampage?
It
Yes,
is.
it
Yes.
absolutely is.
Yes.
Is there like gorillas pissing and shitting and shit?
No.
Well,
No,
there
but
was
you
a
did get a white gorilla that flips the rock off.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of the wrong Rampage?
No.
No.
Okay.
You're thinking of the
No.
right one.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the kaijus who are fighting on top of buildings and like eating people and shit.
Maybe. Was
So
that
you might
based
be
off the
thinking of
video
the wrong
game?
one.
Yes.
Yes.
The
Sick,
video
okay.
game is the kaijus fighting in buildings and stuff.
They did
It was
kind of
fun.
what Transformers did with Mark Wahlberg, but used Dwayne Johnson instead.
It was a fighting game with kaijus.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is basically all I have for the agenda. I did have one more completely random, let's get into an argument kind of topic.
Oh, wait.
But-
Hold on.
He's getting tequila. So I
Carry
think
on.
we're okay to do it.
All right. Then going round table, and you can have two choices. Who is the best fictional trio of a blonde, brunette, and a redhead?
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Powerpuff Girls.
That's what I said too.
Okay.
I've got others, but yeah, that was 100% my first one.
Yeah. Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup.
Yeah.
This is only slightly related, but did any of you guys watch the fucking Totally Spies? Like the
Yes.
secret fetish show? That's all I can think of.
Oh God.
I
Yeah.
can't
guess I
think
missed-
of an
I guess I
actual
missed that.
blonde, brunette, and redhead trio.
Does
Okay, you know what? You know what? I do. They're not actually a trio, but there's a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead that are all in the same series. They play very, very important roles in the series. I'm going to go with Daenerys Targaryen, Cersei Lannister, and Lady Sansa Stark.
That's a good one.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
a really good one.
That's
Well
a cool
played, sir.
trio, actually.
That's not on this giant list that I'm looking at.
does the who the fuck played what is his name? Rory. Who played Rory? Does he count as blonde? Can he count as
Arthur
blonde?
Darville?
Sure.
No, he's like a sandy blonde. They put a lot of gel in his hair, but he's like a sandy blonde.
Yeah.
Can
So
I
you're
say
saying
that they
you're
count?
saying the Doctor, Rory, and Amy?
Yes.
That's a fucking solid choice.
I'll allow it. That'll work.
Yeah. I mean, you could kind of do the same thing with. No, never mind.
Oh.
Forgot what I was gonna say. Eevee, Pikachu, Charmander.
No, incorrect. Back the fuck up and stop that line of thinking. Thank you.
I'm just saying, it's a blonde, brunette, and a redhead.
Oz.
Does it
Only
count
on the
as
secret
Karen
websites that
between
we're
the
not allowed to
dragon?
talk about.
You're the furry here, not me. I wasn't thinking sexual, you jerk. Nobody's out here having sex with Powerpuff Girls either, you weirdo.
Oh,
I-
that's creepy.
On the
Yeah,
fucking
there are a
secret
lot of people
websites
out
that we're
there
not
watching.
allowed to talk about, they absolutely are. Shut
There
up.
are
horrifying.
people are not talking about it though. We were talking about other things.
Yeah, but we were talking about it at NDK.
Yeah, we were.
That's
Damn it.
What
So is there a
that
list?
fucking-
children.
Is there an actual list?
No, okay, so this is not the list of the top ones. This is just a random
A
list
list.
that I
Okay.
found of various blonde, brunette, and redhead trios.
Ooh,
Okay, so
how about the Warriors
Harley,
3?
Catwoman, and Poison Ivy.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Hold on.
The-
Michaela's got something that she's bursting.
Yes,
Does
yes.
your list have a fucking pro wrestling section?
It does
Because
not.
this list does, and it has CM Punk, Sheamus, and Chris Jericho, and I'm fucking here for it.
Good God.
That. we
Yeah.
we actually stand Fozzy in this house again. I don't know how it wound up on our playlists, but every time we go somewhere, we have to listen. Not have to. I love it, but you know, it's what's it? The Judas and myself,
Judas,
or
yeah.
and I love it every time. I'm like, Chris Jericho, baby, yeah.
This list has Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, and Miss Elizabeth.
I would put that
That's
up there.
fantastic.
And
That's
they
great.
actually were in the ring at the same time a lot. So that's
Yeah, that counts. The Mega
that's
Powers, yeah.
legit.
One of the trios that I really liked is Barbara Novak from Down with Love. She starts as a brunette, becomes a blonde, and ends the movie as a redhead.
This is all one person. That's
So
fantastic.
she's the blonde, brunette, and the redhead.
I do not understand the reference.
So it was a 1960s movie, and then it was remade in the early 2000s with Ewan McGregor and the blonde bitch.
Keep going down that list because
Okay.
there's a couple of groups of witches that I think are great. for
All
this
right.
list.
Michelle Pfeiffer, Cher, and Susan Sarandon, which is a
Mhm.
Beastwick.
That's a great one.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh, the sisters, the Sanderson sisters.
that's the
Yep.
other one.
The Dracula Brides in Van Helsing. Another trio on the list that I did not even put together. Go ahead, Michaela.
Oh no, finish your thing, and then I'll do my thing.
Okay. Was In a Knight's Tale, William Thatcher, Roland, and Watt.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I did not care for that movie.
It wasn't great.
Steph loves that movie.
I know.
Yet,
So-
Michaela, what do you got?
No, yeah, I thought you did. I thought you
Go
liked
ahead,
that
Michaela.
movie. Sorry, I got that one wrong.
No.
Should've picked that movie.
The Hex Girls from Scooby Doo.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
The most popular Scooby Doo characters in the early aughts. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
That's
The Warriors 3 from Thor.
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Vendrell, Hogan, and Volstagg.
This list has a reference to a comic series that I'm pretty sure me and Ed were the only motherfuckers that read.
What?
Elf Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember
I
Elfquest.
actually used to have all the books.
Jesus.
There's a trio in that?
It's the harem that Skyways has in the fucking.
Yeah. Well, that's a wow.
Is
Yeah.
there an iteration? Is there an iteration of the Charlie's Angels?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I found an entire tropedia about this. Holy shit.
Let's see. Josie and the Pussycats, Melody, Pepper, and Josie. Let's see. The three different Batgirls have been a blonde, a brunette, and a redhead.
Shit, that's a good one. Yeah,
that
Stephanie,
would be-
Cassandra, and Barbara.
Yep.
They mentioned on this website I'm looking at, they mention Eva. Neon Genesis Evangelion, and they talk about
Oh!
three mechs.
Yikes!
Yeah,
Oh no!
yes. There's actually several references to it on this.
Ew!
Another one was Dash, Violet, and Jack Jack, the kids of The Incredibles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that out loud.
Okay.
There's an anime called
That show is, if you ever want, I have fucking DVDs of that show. It was painful.
no,
It's rough.
There's a lot.
There's another guzzle of tequila.
This is the same.
We're out.
With the same thing.
We're out. There wasn't much left.
All right. Okay. So again, it basically just goes to the trope of, a blonde, brunette, and a redhead walk into a bar.
That's fun.
So something interesting, especially as we get into the Halloween season and people are looking for group costumes, you'll find a lot of people going for the blonde, brunette, and a redhead look. So
this is a really stupid one.
Okay.
Spider-Man, Daredevil, and the Human Torch.
I think they're all technically the same, like blondie, reddy, brown.
No, Johnny Blaze is classically red-haired. Daredevil is classically blonde, and Spider-Man is any colored hair because there's 800 iterations.
That one's silly.
Yeah, that's iffy.
Yeah, that's a stretch. Michaela, what do you got?
What about panty stocking and brief?
On that note, King Goon, let's drop some socials.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Hermione.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hermione, Ginny, and Cho.
Yeah. Well, make sure you catch the Nerds That Know anywhere you can find your podcasts and on all the social channels. Our sister podcast is My Brother's an Idiot. You can find that on Facebook. Also on Twitch and Twitter at The Idiot Goons. Mark's Twitter is at Poffletime. My Twitter is at Poffleupicus. You can also find me there on Twitch. And my TikTok is at King Goon Smoke. I will be at GABF all day tomorrow filming all the good beer stuff.
Awesome.
All right. So we will catch you guys next time. Tune in next week for talk about sports. And then we'll be all over all of the socials. So hop over and say hi.
Yeah.
Bruh, G-Mango, spiders.